Yesterday I did some grid working at Chimney Rock for what I thought was going to be lighting the hearth, but it turned out all I was able to do was spin the spindle. I've been sitting with it all day on how to share it clearly and understanding it myself. When I'm doing grid work, it's usually in a series of connected work, one phase around a time frame and a theme. So Chimney Rock started a week before on May 16th at Roan Mountain, where I was working to align with the activations in Stirling through the womb root of a quartz anchor, specifically aligning it with the third activation at Wallace Monument, which I didn't know at the time lined up exactly with my own timing, even though it was changed. And I may talk more about my perception of this event, but the pieces are still coming together for that. I got the inner call to go to Chimney Rock at 4 p.m. on May 22nd, and I originally didn't want to because I tapped into the ritual of lighting the hearth and somehow knew I wouldn't be able to do that alone, but also felt there was something still to be done at that location. So I went, and I could feel the weight of not being able to light the hearth, the grief of that being missed for myself. But I visited the top first, and the spirit of the rock told me it was a spire of time. But nothing was needed there. The spires connecting across the grid were already lit, and I just needed to walk it down. So I did, to a waterfall, which was creating a vortex or spindle of time. And all I could do was spin and complete 2 parts of the 3, working with the spindle and moving it with the spire. But what does that mean? So the spires of time are how I see energetic points that align stellar consciousness or activation. It's just another word for this role of order and direction from crown to root, specifically with the force, rhythm of time. A spindle of time is a rotational field that carries the emotional waters of memory and the coherence of past, present, and future, allowing missed, unmet timelines to weave into the truest becoming. Spinning the wheel allows a truer alignment to be seen and walked with. Lighting the hearth is where the two meet, the spire and the spindle, where the fire is lit into one flame and where both can meet to forge a new lived reality. But why does it require 2 people to meet in the field as one, to light the hearth? Because the union of 2 sovereign beings meeting, unifying 2 poles of expression, timelines, and embodiments without collapsing them, is how the earth knows herself home. When the field remembers how to bridge, to be, and to become, and create as she does, through relationship, resounding, and rhythm, through inner knowing and outer union with all, because lighting the hearth is not just the stone of the flame, but the pulse of the earth and the field of the heart. So it's a vector requiring meeting and harmonic amplification. And there's still more the earth is asking for around this. The cycle that begun in Stirling, or maybe before, is still restoring.